guys, my name is Elizabeth Martinez, and today I'm just going to be telling you a little bit about me. Enjoy! My family is from the Philippines. My parents were born and raised there and then moved here to the States when they were in their late 20s. They came to Texas, moved to Arkansas, Mississippi, and then somehow ended up in this small town in Tennessee called Elizabethton, and that is exactly how I got my name. A little bit about me. I am 23 going on 24. I always have to say that because people think that I'm like 16 max. I got my bachelor's in exercise science at East Tennessee State University. And then I started PT school at South College in June. I have a golden doodle pup. His name is Bo, and he is my absolute best friend. I could talk about him for hours and hours and hours. I spend most of my free time going on runs with him, and he just finished up with a dog training school where he's now off leash, and I'm super pumped about it. And I'm almost for sure that if PT school doesn't work out for me, I could be a dog trainer. I have 3 younger siblings. Their names are Jasmine. She is going to be 17 this year. Ethan, who is 15, and then Ian, who is 10. I would do absolutely anything in the world for those guys. And since I am the oldest, I've always played a mom role to them, and I have loved every single minute of it. I've been nannying for this family friend since I could drive. Every morning I'm up around 4:30. I go to the gym, and then I go to this family friend's house, wake the kids up, make them breakfast, pack lunches, get them dressed, check homework, and then get them to school. It's really cool because sometimes I get to drive my mom's minivan and take all 6 kids to school, sometimes even including my siblings, and I wouldn't change that for the world. Besides hanging out with kids and my dog, I also really enjoy working out, which is really good because I don't think I've ever said no to pizza or ice cream. Within the past year, I've really developed a love for weightlifting, and my goal is to be the strongest person in town. Not realistic, but it would be really cool. Both of my parents are home health physical therapists. My stepmom is a physical therapist at an inpatient hospital, and all their friends are PTs. So I've kind of been in this physical therapy world for as long as I can remember. And honestly, growing up, I didn't really think that I was going to be a PT because I've always wanted to be a teacher. I remember going to work with my parents sometimes, and I would watch them do bed exercises and, maybe get their patients walking down the hall and maybe doing group activities, whatever it might have been, and I just never saw the point in it, so it didn't really interest me. When I was in college, I was a full-time student, and I also worked 4 jobs. One of those jobs was I was a weekend tech at an inpatient hospital, and there was one weekend that I will never ever forget. So I was working with this therapist who I'd never worked with before, and we walked into this patient's room. She was a new patient. Don't really remember what she was there for, but when we asked her if she could get up and walk with us, she said no, because she couldn't feel her feet, and she hadn't been able to feel her feet in years. The therapist asked her some questions, what makes it worse, what makes it better, took her through some motions, and then had her bend over and touch her toes for a really long time. And I thought, what in the world is going on? I've never seen anything like this. Well, after a little while, she sits up and she's almost in tears because for the first time in years, she could feel her feet again. That's when I realized that there's so much more to therapy than just bed exercises and walking up and down the halls. Now, while I realize that those things are really, really important, I thought that our only job as physical therapists was to get patients out of bed for the nurses and then put them back later. I thought that was it. So between shadowing these brilliant therapists in my area and also being in this amazing PT program that I'm in right now, I have learned so much. And I realized that I have so much more to learn. But one thing I know for sure is that I want to be able to give back to my small town. I feel like that we are taught so much in school, and we have so much knowledge that we need to be putting out there and sharing with everyone, not just the patients that come into our clinics, but also just the people in our community. So like I said earlier, I have always wanted to be a teacher, and I believe that therapists, we have to be teachers. We have to be able to take these complex ideas and things that we're taught in school and be able to break it down for patients to a point where they understand it. And in order to do that, we have to have a really solid foundation. So for my internship, my main goal is that I want to be able to strengthen and apply and build on what I've learned and learn new things so that way whenever I graduate, my foundation is really solid. One of the greatest things about South's program, in my opinion, is that we have professors that are in research, and we also have professors that are full-time physical therapists. And I believe that they bring so much to the table. And I want that. I want to be able to strengthen my foundation so that way I'm able to teach these things one day. Whether it's out south or here in my hometown, wherever it may be, I'd love to be able to work and teach. And I know that all of that starts in the clinic. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to my video. I can't wait to hear from you in the future. Thank you. Bye!